I have a big announcement for this channel, which is that I'm about to have another hair transplant. This is going to be hair transplant number 4 for me. Well, technically it's number 5 because I had some repair work done, a body hair transplant going from my beard into my scar on the back of my head. But I'm not going to really count that one because that was more of some minor repair work. It wasn't, to restore the hair on top of my head. So let's just say that this is going to be hair transplant number 4 for me. So I wanted to talk about why I'm getting another hair transplant. And some of you guys might be looking at my hair and going, hey, his hair looks pretty good. So I haven't tried to make certain effort really to comb it. I just got out of the shower, just ran my hands through my hair and everything. And that's where we're currently at. But here's the thing is I've kind of been thinking about it, and I realized that getting another hair transplant really makes sense for me, because why not? I can have even better looking hair than I currently do, and it's not going to cost me anything. And I've got a hair channel, a channel all about hair loss and hair transplants. So why not really go for the best hair that I possibly can have? So I want to kind of show you here on my hairline. We're going to get really up close and personal. If you're like this far away from me, then you would have no clue, really, I think, that I've had any kind of hair transplant work. But if you get really close, like awkwardly close on my head, then you can see here, and if you kind of look up, if you get the light to sort of shine in just behind, there you go, kind of, you can get the light to shine in behind it, then you can see that there's a couple places where it's thin. So one, it's not as thick here as it sort of would be. So this is non-transplanted area. You can see it's just a little bit thicker there versus if you go right here along the hairline itself is well designed and everything, and it looks fairly soft, in the way that it's staggered. But the thing that doesn't make it look 100% natural to the trained eye is the fact that there's space between, some of the grafts. And that's a pretty common thing. And it's really hard to get that awesome in any lighting for a hair transplant. But I thought, hey, why not do it? Because I can. I've got the donor hair. I've got the surgeon to do it. So why not go for it? So yeah, so let me show you kind of here. So there's a couple spots right here. You can see it kind of gets thinner right through here. And then right behind the hairline there, right there. And so if light is shining back this way and it's coming in that way, then you'll kind of see some thinness up through here and kind of some light that sort of shines through in a not like normal way with a person that has 100% natural thick hair. There's another spot too that's kind of thinned here, and it's easy to cover up. I just kind of go like that, but boy, this is an awkward position to get in. But right behind here, where you can see there's kind of an obvious difference where this transplanted hair and then this becomes my thick natural hair. You can see transplanted thick natural hair. And so I'm in a really good position because I'm on medication, so my hair loss is stabilized really well. I have incredible donor hair. So my hair through here is almost annoyingly thick. All this right here, this is great FUE donor area. And because you can get up even kind of high here with FUE. And it's super, super thick. It's almost strangely thick. So right here, this isn't really transplanted, but you can see it just becomes super thick here. Even naturally, see how it's sort of just suddenly becomes dark, right there. And some of this is, a little bit of this is transplanted, but it suddenly becomes dark right there. So what that means, basically, the fact that it is so dark is that my hair is really, really thick there. Actually, when I go get a haircut, they have to thin out my hair here and thin out my hair here in order just to get a little bit of a blend going on because it's so thick and gets so poofy there. So I thought, okay, well, one of the cool things about FUE style hair transplants is that you actually thin the donor hair out. So most of the time, this is a bad thing to thin the donor hair, right? Because it's going to sort of look unnatural, especially if you don't have tons of density in your donor area. But in a case like mine, because I have awesome density in my donor area, all the other surgeries I had were FUT, so just a strip was taken out. Actually, my donor hair throughout this whole area was not ever thinned, and so it's very thick. So actually, I should have a more homogeneous look by actually thinning my donor hair out and actually transplanting it to the top of my head. So that's my plan. I'm going to be going down to Austin here in a couple of days, and we're going to fill in this hairline and get it thicker, just even more natural looking. We're going to put hopefully some behind the hairline. I got to talk to Dr. McGrath about this. And I don't know if we're going to go into the crown or not, but I'm definitely going to get my crown done also. If not this surgery, then I'm going to go back and maybe have a body hair transplant done, use some of this and go into my crown, or maybe even just take a little bit more hair from the sides of my head and go into my crown. I'm not really sure yet, but I thought recently, I was getting some critiques of my hair on my channel, and I'm really pretty happy with my hair. I know that seems kind of crazy. Why are you going for another hair transplant if you're pretty happy with your hair? Well, I am. Most of the time I don't use concealer in my hair, only if I'm going out for something very particular, like a show, and there's gonna be a lot of really heavy lighting or something. But at the same time, I'm in just a lucky position that I have opportunities. I get offered by various surgeons on a pretty regular basis to do free hair transplant work for me. And so I'm in this position, and they're all very good surgeons that I would be happy to have surgery done by. So I'm in this great position, with my channel and everything, to have that opportunity. And I learn a lot every time that I go through a various surgery, and that stuff I get to share with you guys and help you guys out, and I'll look better at the same time. So I thought, why not just go ahead? I talked to Dr. McGrath, and I was like, hey, would you be up for doing this? And he said, yes, he would. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and just fill in my hair even more. And I just also want to get this out. I'll probably mention in another video, I don't have any agreements with any surgeons. So I don't have, with Dr. McGrath, one, we don't have any financial agreement between us. And two, I don't have any agreement with him that I have to report the surgery a certain way, or, I have to drive business to him, or any of this kind of stuff. We literally have never talked about any of this, but at this point, we're good friends. We've done tons of videos together. I'm sure that I've helped his practice just by, all the different videos that we've done and documenting my surgeries and my past surgery, 6 or 7 years ago with him and all of that stuff. So we're close friends, and so it can only be good for both of us. So we're going to do this. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up about all that, and I'm excited to share my progress. Also, I'm going to be shaving my head. So I'm going to shave my head all down, so you'll get to see really in detail. And sometimes, again, on this channel, because I get just about every critique that you can imagine, one little comment that I'll get every now and again is, oh, well, what does your hair look like shaved? And, you're trying to hide something or whatever, so these kinds of things. So yeah, I'm going to shave my head and show you guys exactly what's going on and what my progress is and all of that sort of thing. So at this point, I'm pretty confident with my hair and hair loss and talking about it and showing it and all that sort of thing. So I'm excited to share this whole process with you guys. So I'll see you soon.